beautiful new stamps. I absolutely love these. Okay, this is a slimline, as you can see by the size. And what it does, we're going to open this band here, and this is removable. And as you can see, it says "your" on it. And then when you open it, it says "kindness amazes me." Okay. And then this is the inside of the card. So lots going on, but very simple to do and so very, very much fun. So let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to put this away for right now. I'm going to put it up here. Okay, so I showed you the stamps and stamps, okay? These are all of the different sets. Now, as I said earlier, you'll see that there's only 2 in here. There's actually 3 in each set, but I'm using them for my demonstration. So that's why there's only 2 in here, but they come apart, so you're actually getting 6 stamps, okay? And then also this solid stamp here. So these are the stamps that I used. I'm so excited about these, that Ann has created these, and I'm going to show you how much fun they are to use. Okay, now, also, the other 2 items that I used the words and then this flower, and this is from Pink and Main. Okay, and this is called their Kindness Floral. So I used that, and then I also used this really awesome die set from Waffle Flower. This is called the Slim Lacy Layers die, okay, which is so awesome because you've got all of these different layers and they just nest right together, and they're just perfect. And they were perfect for this Slimline card. Okay, so those are the 2 other companies that I used. So for right now, we are going to get started. Now, as you can see, we have lots of layers and stuff here. So I'm going to give you some dimensions to start off with, and then I'm going to get started on the actual project. Okay, so the base card itself is 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, so it's going to fit perfect on, you know, a regular sheet of card or pattern paper. This sheet was actually a 12 by 12, but it will fit on an 8.5 by 11. Okay, so what you want to do then, 8.5 by 8.5, and then you're going to score it 2 inches on one side and 3.25 inches on the other side. Okay, so that's what you're going to do to get started with this. Now, the papers that I used, the cardstock, okay, we have, okay, so I used white, and I used green, yellow, blue, okay, another green, and some pink. Okay, so what you're going to do is, for this green piece here, this is 3.5 by 8.5, and I'm giving you the dimensions that are a little bit larger than this actual piece, because I want to make sure that you have enough paper to die cut everything out. Okay, so this was originally 3.5 by 8.5. Okay, and then we've got a white one that is the same size, and then also a yellow one that is the same size. And then we've got those, and then we have the blue, which was 2 inches by 7. Okay, and then this green is the exact same. And then for these 2 other pieces, these were are 1.5 by 6.5. Now, as I said, these are the size of the papers that I used, that I cut out first, and then I ran everything through my die cut machine, okay? So you've got these 3 pieces, these 2, and these 2, and then you have this white piece here, okay? And this is the one, you're going to have 2 of those. You're going to have 2 of these. And this one was, it's 2.5 inches, the actual size, 2.5 by, looks like 7.5, okay? So I probably cut the paper out 3 by, 8, okay? So, and you're gonna cut 2 of these. Okay, so let me, okay. I was trying to find I lost my other piece of this white one, but you're gonna cut 2 of these, okay? So, and then as you can see in the die set, okay, I used this scallop one here for these larger pieces, and then you can tell by, when you, if you get these or you use something different, you can just tell which ones to use. Okay, so, but let me also give you the actual dimensions in case you don't want to do a die set, you just want to cut out the actual paper, okay? So if you want to do that, these pieces are 3 inches by 8, okay? So if you just want to layer cardstock and not use a die cutting machine, that's what I'm giving you these dimensions for. So these were, as I said, 3 by 8, okay? And then this one is 2.5 by 7.5. And again, you're going to use 2 of these. And then these pieces here are 1.5 by 7. And you're going to use 2. And then last, these are 6 by 1. Okay. So that gives you some dimensions just in case you don't have dies that match this. And you just want to just layer your paper. So now you've got all the dimensions for everything. Okay, so let me set that off to the side, and then let me show you how this works. Okay, so what I did, first off, let me show you how to use these fabulous stamps, right? I am so excited to show you guys this. Okay, so let me I got a little bit of adhesive on here, so I'm going to pull those off real quick. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start. And as you can see, I've got all of my stamps right here. Okay, now to start with, and I'm going to pull these centers out because right now we're just using the outside edges. Okay, so to get started, you're going to do this one panel, this white panel, just like this. Okay, so we're going to start with, okay, before I do that, let me say one other thing that I have forgot to mention before. Ann's stamps, she has other stamps aside from these. She's got some other really, really cool sets from Unity that you guys should check out if you haven't done so already. Now, she owns the patent on these, and what is so amazing about these stamps is that they actually, there's no lip on them like normal stamps, okay? Normal stamps all have lips on them. These do not. So that way, you can butt them right up against each other just like that, and you're not going to have any lines or anything like that. You're going to have a clear impression, and you can create all sorts of really cool things with these stamps because they don't have lips on them. So the backgrounds that you can create with these are just absolutely endless. It's just up to your imagination. Now for this particular project, I did not do per se backgrounds with them, okay? What I wanted to do is I wanted to use them as the focal point of my card. So that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, so you're going to start out. And then, oh, one more thing before I forget. The other thing that I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you guys can see. Maybe not. Let me put it. No, you probably can't. Okay. What I did, this was on Ann's suggestion, was each set, when I got them, I took them out and I pulled them apart. And then I took a black magic marker and I marked each piece. Okay. Just so. Now, this is the same one. Just so when you do take them apart, when you want to put them back together, you want to make sure that, you have the pattern all going in the same direction. So if you mark them, then you'll always know. Now, you cannot see the marks on these per se, because when I first did them, I marked them on the front here. But as I kept using them, I realized that I had to keep marking them with the magic marker. So what I did instead was I put a little black dot on the top of each of the stamps. So that way I know when I take them apart and I put them back together, they're going to fit perfectly and the patterns are going to be continuous and match. Okay, so that's just a tip that I wanted to share. Okay. So we're going to start with the outside edges of the stamps. And then as you can see, I used my Gina K inks. Okay, so we're going to start by just stamping each of them on this one piece of white cardstock. Okay. So we're going to start with that one, and then the purple one is next. And we use this one for the purple one. Okay, so we're going to put that on, and then we're going to stamp that, make sure that's nice and covered, and then add that right underneath. Okay. And then we're going to switch stamps again. And we're going to use the yellow ink pad for this one. And you're just going to line them up and just stamp them. Okay. All right. And then this one is the last. We're going to stamp this one in the green. Okay, so once you have this one stamped, then you're ready to switch them out and use the smaller stamps. Okay, so for this one, we're going to use this. Okay, so we're going to now use the different patterns. We're going to use the inside of the stamps, but I'm mixing the patterns up just so they're, different, not only in the different colors, but the patterns, because it just creates a neater, just more, what am I trying to say? A better focal point. When you mix the colors and then the patterns and stuff, it just creates a beautiful focal point. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're switching out and using the small ones. And then as you can see, you just take them and line them right up. Okay, so we've got that one. And then we're going to use the green. There we go. And you see how easy and how quick this goes? There's no, there's no rhyme or reason to it. They fit perfectly. You don't have to measure anything out. They just fit right where they're supposed to go, which is what I love. Okay, so then we're going to switch to the stripes here. And the stripes, we're going to use the blue. Okay, we're going to stamp that right in there. And then last, we're going to use this really cool diamond pattern. Okay, and we're going to stamp this in the purple. Okay, so there you go. So this is the one panel, and this is the panel that is going to go on the inside of the card. Okay, so right now, let me get these all moved out of the way. And then I'm going to show you how to finish the rest of this. There's a lot of stamping, a lot of ink pads going on in here, a lot of different papers. So yeah, it's really fun. Okay, so once you have that done, then what you're going to do on just a scrap piece of white cardstock, you're going to stamp each of them again, exact same way, only this time you're going to cut them out. Okay? So all in all, you're going to stamp these out 3 times. Okay? 2 sets that you're going to cut out, and then your panel that goes here. Okay? So once you have those stamped and you're going to cut them out, now what we're ready to do is to put the card together. Okay, so we're going to start here in the front. Okay, with the yellow panel is going to go on first. And this is where, unfortunately, I cannot find my other white panel. So we're just going to pretend that I have the white panel on. Okay, and then we're just going to start layering this card. So you're going to layer the yellow panel down first. Okay, and then once you have that one down, then what you would do, I'm going to flip this over for a second just to show you what it's going to look like, okay? Because I cannot find my other piece for whatever, I don't know what I did with it. Okay, so then you're going to add that other layer of white on top, okay? And then once you have those on, then what you're going to do is you're going to take one set, okay? One set here, and then you're going to add just one piece of foam tape. Now I did this because I just wanted them to pop out just a little bit. Okay, I didn't want them to pop out a whole lot, but I didn't want the ones that were on the front of my card, I didn't want them flat like this piece. I wanted my front to pop. Okay, so that's why we add a little bit here of your foam tape. There we go. And then we're going to peel these off. There we go. And then we're going to layer them. And again, this is where you would put them on your white piece of cardstock that goes here. Okay, so we're just going to pretend that the white cardstock is there. And then we're just going to layer them in the same pattern. So I'm going to lay one here. And then And this purple one. Okay. And then the yellow. Okay, and then the purple. So now you've got your front finished and you're ready to do your inside. Okay, so for the inside, what you're going to do for this, I'm going to open mine up. Okay, so let's do this side first. So for this side, this is where you're going to use your blue piece of cardstock. Okay, and then the white piece that you have cut with the smaller scallop, you're going to stamp the word kindness on it, obviously with the black ink pad. Okay, so I used my Gina K ink pad. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to layer this right on top of my blue here. Okay, we're going to layer that there. And then we're ready to put this piece right on this one side. Okay, so we're going to layer that there. And then that's what it's going to look like from here, from this point. Okay, then the next thing that you're going to do is I took another stamp that I had. This one was from Darkroom Door. And this was in, they have a label stamp set. So I wanted a label for this. I wanted a boundary for this. And I couldn't put it inside. My word would not fit inside of one of Ann's stamps. So that's why I did it this way. So I just stamped it with a pink ink pad. Okay, also, you know, all of my ink pads are from Gina K, always. And then I stamped the Amazes Me on with the black. Okay, so you're going to take that and then you're going to have it poking just a little bit out here on the side. So you don't want to tape it all the way across, or you don't want to glue it down all the way across. Okay, you want to leave about a good inch. You want to leave about a good inch, so that way you're not going to stick it to the inside of your card here. Okay, so there you go. And then that's what that looks like. Okay, so now on the inside, we're going to take the green sheet, okay, green cardstock that we cut out, scalloped, and then that panel that we just stamped, we're going to layer those. And you see how easy this goes together, right? It is really, really a quick card. And then we're going to add this right on there. And then, as I said, I didn't want the inside ones to raise up. I only wanted my fronts to pop out. So that's why I stamped these right onto my white cardstock. So then again, we're going to just layer them one more time. And this is going to go on the inside, on the left side of your card. Okay? There we go. So then we're just going to adhere that. And then these last little four right here, what we're going to do with those is we're going to add these right on to this green piece of cardstock here. Okay, so again, I'm just going to add a little bit of tape here to lay this first one down. Now for this, I kind of mixed the patterns up. I put them in the opposite direction, and you'll see what I mean here in just a sec. Okay, so we're going to add this one. And then I think how I did it, yes, I did it like this. So that way I made sure that I had enough room for all of them to fit. So, you know, lay them out so you can see exactly how much room you've got, and then just adhere them onto your green piece here. Oh, that's a little bit crooked. Let's try that again. There we go. That's better. Okay, and then on these two, you can just put your adhesive right down the center. Okay, so we'll put one there, and then we'll put this one right here. Okay, and then once you have those attached, then you're going to attach all of this onto the right side, right inside, I should say, of your card. Okay, so we're going to lay that down there just like that. There we go. Okay, now for the center card, or the center piece here, again, I stamped this on the white with the black ink, and I didn't color it because I wanted to, when I created this card, obviously I colored it, I stamped it first, right? And then as I was looking at it, I thought, gosh, I wonder if I just want to leave it black and white. And I'll show you why I mean that. Because there is so much color going on, I thought, why not just leave it black and white? Okay, now I couldn't decide either way, so I wanted to show you both options. Okay, obviously I colored this one, and as I did so, I colored it with my watercolor pencils. Okay, and then just take a really light lavender ink pad and then just go over your edges. Okay, just a little bit, just to give them a little bit of color around the edges. But on this one, as I said, I just wanted to leave this one black and white. So I'll let you guys decide if you would rather color it or if you want to leave it black and white. Okay, so we're going to adhere that to the center. Now, I really like that. I think that is really pretty too. So I guess it's just going to be up to you on what you like best. Okay, you're going to do the black and white one or color it. All right, so once you've got all of this done, then the next thing that you're going to do is, this is your last piece, okay? And this is to create your band. So what I did for this was I took, okay, where, oh, there it is. Okay, so I took the, oh, I want to say Ivy stamp, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I took the outside of that stamp, and let me show you which one I'm talking about. Okay, the leaves all over. Okay, so I took this one, this is from the leaves all over stamp, and then what I did was I stamped the outside with just the outside stamp in the darker pink, and then I took the inside of the solid, took the inside of the solid, and then I stamped that in a lighter pink. And then once I had them both stamped, then I stamped the word with the black right on top. And then that is what is going to go on the front of your band. Okay, so for that, so once you have it stamped, then of course you're going to cut it out. And then you're going to wrap this around your card. Okay, I didn't really measure this, guys. I just kind of eyeballed it. So I just took this and wrapped it around. Okay, just like that. And then for this piece, I wanted this front piece to pop the most. So for this, what I did on the one side over here, okay, on the left side, I took 2 pieces of my foam tape. There we go. And I put these here. Now I should have probably cut that a little bit smaller, but that's all right. Okay. And then you're going to lay this piece right on top. And then to finish it, what I did, and let me show you on the finished piece here. Okay, to finish it off with the band, once I put the foam tape on, then I took a small little dot of Velcro. Okay, they come in these really cool small little dots. I've used these many times before, and they're perfect for card making. And then I stuck that on the side of my band here, and then also on the back of my word piece, and then that is what creates the band. Okay, so to finish it off, like I said, then you're going to wrap this around just like that, and then close it, and there you go. And there is your finished card. Isn't that cool? I absolutely love these stamps. You guys are going to enjoy making them or working with them. I'm telling you, you're going to have a blast. So I hope that you check them out. All right, so let me switch my cameras over here. And then Ann's going to come back in. Okay, hang on one second. Switch my cameras. There we go. Okay. There we are. Okay, now wasn't that so much fun? It's just such a fun, cheerful, just, you know, colorful card. I just absolutely loved it. Loved creating it, and I hope that you guys check it out because it really is a whole lot of fun. And as I said, you saw how quickly it all goes together. You know, the stamps are just perfect. They fit right in. They nest right in next to each other, you know, outside to inside. And then also, you know, if you want to create a larger background with them, then you can do what I showed you and just butt them up like this. And then you can create all kinds of backgrounds for your cards in your other projects. Okay, so there's Ann. Let me let her in. There we go. Okay.
Hi. I love that card.
Wasn't that fun? It's just, you know,
it's so great.
It's so colorful and just, you know, it's just a happy card. I just loved it. So I hope that you try it. These stamps are amazing, girl. They're just amazing. I really love them.
Thank you. I was going to do a live today.
Yes.
But I don't think I should. I don't know if my voice will hold out. So I'm just going to show you guys. I mean, I love what Lisa did. And I was just going to show different things you can do with these.
Yes.
Like, so this is the outside of the stamps, all in solid.
Oh, see, that's what I was talking about, nesting them together and creating one solid background. That is absolutely beautiful.
So that
it's a little hard
so
to
much.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
little
it's
hard
so
to
much.
see, but you can still get the, yeah, you can still get the gist though. Oh, and look at that in the black
Okay,
with the
so
color
like with
behind
this,
it.
I used my glacé watercolors from Emerald Creek to create backgrounds.
Yes.
And then just stamped right on it.
Oh yeah, that is really pretty too. I love the contrast with the black behind the color. That's what I was trying to decide about the center of my card. I couldn't decide if I wanted to leave it black and white or do the color.
Okay, so that one is just in black. I like this one way better.
Yeah, that's beautiful. But yeah, that's what I'm glad that you showed that, because that shows them, you know, that you can butt them up against each other and they're going to, you know, you can create all kinds of beautiful backgrounds for your projects.
And look at that cute envelope. See, you can make a card and then do an envelope.
Oh, that is so cute. I love what you did where the stamp goes, and then the stamp's going to sit right there in the center of it.
Yep.
So cute. You know what you should do? If you're feeling up to it when we're done, take some pictures of your cards that you did, since you're not going to do your live. Take some pictures and then post them in the comments so they can see, you know, see them a little bit better, because those are just awesome.
Well, I'll eventually just do a blog post too.
Ah, there you go.
All of them.
Yeah, well, I am going to do a blog post on this card, as I do every week. So if you guys are looking for written instructions, I will be doing that. And they go up on our blog on Sunday. So I post them at, I think it's 6 a.m. my time. So that would be 8 Central Time and 9 Eastern Time. Okay, so, but it'll be on the blog Sunday. So if you're looking for written instructions, you can find them on our blog. But I love these so much. Love them so much.
Thank you.
So, okay, well, once again, I forgot to pick a winner from last week. Once again, I forgot. I'm telling you, I need some ginkgo biloba or something, because my brain is just fried. But I will.
Well, because it's the same price for last week and this week, a $20 gift certificate. So you can announce them both next week. It's fine.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we'll announce both winners for next week then. Yes, I'm sorry, you guys. I completely forgot again. This is like, I do it all the time. You'd think I would remember, but I'm telling you, ginkgo biloba or something.
You actually thought I was doing my live and I could have announced it. So
well, that's what I had planned, because then you know, I picked it after and then, you know, sent you the winner's name. I could have ran the computer program, and but yeah, okay, but you know, things change. That's all right. Okay, you guys, so that is it for us today. Miss Ann needs to get some rest until she feels better, because you've been battling this for going on 2 weeks, right?
Yep. I go back to the doctor tomorrow. Near a chest x-ray.
Good. Okay. All right. I'm always on her about going to the doctor, you guys. But I'm glad that you're going. So feel better. All right. So both winners for next week we will announce. And then next week I am going to fast forward into Christmas. And we're doing Stampendous next week. And that is the day that I'm leaving for the beach. So excited for that. For a month. I'm going to be at the beach for a month. I can't wait. So, but I'm going to do my live from home first, and then we're going to head down. So next week, we're switching gears to Christmas. We're doing Stampendous. So stay tuned for that, you guys. Until then, have a great week, everybody. We will see you all next week, same time, same place. And until then, take a little time to craft because it's good for your soul. It really is.
It is.
Trust me, you guys, it really is. All right. Take care and have a great week.
Bye, everyone.